Thank you, Torch. To everyone here today, I want to thank you for coming out to join us at this very special celebration. I'm honored to introduce our very first speaker today, Mr. Channy Seour. Mr. Channy Seour is the owner of CAS Consulting and Services, a dynamic engineering firm specialized in civil, environmental, and transportation engineering. In the past 11 years, CAS Consulting has grown from a 3-person business to a 20-plus firm with offices in Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas. Prior to starting his own business, Channy worked for the City of Austin for 16 years in various capacities, including engineer, division manager, and assistant director for 4 different departments, including planning department, environmental conservation and services department, solid waste services department, and park and recreation department. In 1996, then city manager Jesus Garza appointed Channy to be the assistant director of solid waste services department. Channy was the first Asian American who was appointed as an executive in the City of Austin. During the last 32 years, Channy has volunteered to work on a multitude of grassroots and business advocacy issues. He co-founded several organizations, including the Asian American Chamber of Commerce and US, the Asian American Employee Network. Channy has served on the board of directors for Invasion Central Texas. In 2010, Channy was sworn in as the 7th president of Network of Asian American Organizations, NAAO. NAAO is the leading service and information network that unites and promotes the Asian American communities through educational, cultural, social exchanges. NAAO is currently leading the development of Asian American Resource Center project. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our very own Channy Seour. Thank you.
Wow, look at this crowd. Yeah? You know, this organization doing pretty good work for the last 12 years. We have a lot of people here. We have City Manager Mark Art. Oh, where's he? Oh, he's over here. Okay, I'm sorry. We have Assistant City Manager Rudy Garza. Assistant City Manager Robert Good. And you know who you are. If I miss somebody, I have a formal complaint, file a complaint later, about that big. I'm kidding. You know, I left the city about 12 years ago, and I am humble and honored to be able to speak with you today. I am grateful for your presence here today. I live here long enough to witness an astonishing transformation in our community, changes which many of you only experience as the way things are. I think it is important for us to stop long enough to review our success and our progress, not out of nostalgia, but as part of a process that can remind us of who we are, where we come from, where we want to go, and perhaps even how to get there. I can remember when I was arriving in Austin in 1977. I visited my old friend Seour. We both love to go out to eat. And he took me out to a Chinese restaurant on Koenig Lane just east of Lamar. It wasn't very good. You had better today. So I asked him, I said, how many Asian restaurants in Austin? He said, 2. So after I graduated from UT School of Engineering, I took a job with the city of Austin. The application package include EOC form that is optional for you to fill out, but it listed white, black, Hispanic, other. So the 3 of us, Gopal Gutikanda from Austin Water Utility. Where are you, Gopal? I saw him earlier. He's over there. George Chang and myself. George Chang retired from the city. We both from Watershed Protection Department. We visited then Council Member Gus Garcia and Council Member Bridget Shea. We asked them to help us change the EOC form to include Asian American as one of the groups. They help us. That was how the Asian American Employee Network was created. Then in the early 90s, the individual city employees that helped start the AAEN began to create a few other organizations, including the Network of Asian American Organizations, of which AAEN is a member of today. When I was working for Solid Waste Services, a few of us in the network came up with an idea of celebrating the Asian Pacific Heritage Month with a luncheon. We couldn't think of any other or better way to celebrate by eating a lot of good food. It has been 12 years since the first event that was held at a given Parks and Recreation. Here we are today. Since I arrived, much has changed in this community. The change in attitude, change in policies, change in the law that create the reality that we live in today. This transformation was nothing short of a miracle. And so it's a tribute to all of you in this room today that we witness today's celebration. As the network and the AAEN grew, we became better organized, and we came up with an idea to build Asian American Resource Center. We want to thank the City of Austin for ongoing and partnership that we have seen in the past, and we hope to continue in the future. The City of Austin helped the Asian American community realize a long vision of the ARC. I want to take a moment to pay respect to the Assistant City Manager, Rudy Gaza, and his staff, Taja Beakley, Taja, and Public Works Project Manager, David Taylor. All of who have exercised patience and willingness to listen to us and work with us to create the future destination park. You see, the appeal of diversity is the unlimited potential of human capacity. Vast potential awaits humankind when talents and all the people are brought to bear on our universal challenges. It takes understanding that humanity's progress will be reflected by the extent to which we can build a world that respects each other. It requires respect for the uniqueness of each person and willingness to communicate, understand, and take responsibility for a shared vision of the best that we can be. It takes understanding that the whole is much stronger when each person has the opportunity to contribute to the maximum extent of his or her ability. In that spirit of working together, it is important to do even more, as it is expected that Asian American population in Austin area will increase. Consequently, it is important that our relationship be strong and united. I am going to say a few words about civic responsibilities. And I'm preaching to the choir, and I know, but I'm going to say it anyway. 25 years ago, a few of us didn't like the EEOC form, which classify Asian American as others. We choose to speak out. That changes. Three days ago, the House Bill 3255, filed by Representative Mark Strama and Senator Letitia Van Der Putte, passed. This bill will be signed into law by Governor Rick Perry. It relates to the creation of guidelines for the Office of the State Demographer to encourage the inclusion of broad variety of racial and ethnic groups in the estimate and projection, which means Asian American will no longer be classified as other. So what does that say about empowering ourselves to achieve something other than for just ourselves? By your actions, you can create a future you would be happy to meet and proud to leave for your children. Our generation can leave a legacy of opportunity, advancement in all areas, and in all human greatness. Your contribution can give rise to the human spirit and human capacity. Your voice can speak for the hopes and aspirations of ordinary people who might not believe that they have a voice. People you never know are depending on you. You can be the change you want to see in the world. You make a difference. Whatever role you choose, it is up to you to make it so. In closing, I look forward to work with you and the challenging you to continue to strive to make progress in our community and give back to our community. Pokemons!
Wrong city.
What?